Vadadia from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. Today we will study the subject that is network theory, and in network theory we will discuss the topic that is Z parameter from the chapter that is two-port parameters. So in this chapter we will study the Z parameter, Y parameter, H parameter, G parameter, ABCD parameter and inverse ABCD parameter. So let's start our today's session. So first we will discuss what is two-port network. So here in this diagram, see one network is given to us. That network, it can be the combination of different circuit elements that can be connected in a series as well as in a parallel. And here as you see there are the two port. One port is what is the input port and another port is what is the output port. And input port voltage is what is the V1 and input current that is I1 and that current is flowing towards the network. Similarly, at the output side, the output port voltage is what is a V2 and output current that is what it's a I2 and that is also flowing towards the network. Now, based on the combination of V1 I1, V2 I2, we have a different parameters. So, in each and every parameter, we have a two equation that specify the relation between input and output. Now we will discuss the Z parameter. First of all, I will write the equation that is related to what is a Z parameter. Equation is V1 that equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 and V2 that equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. See here we have an equation that is in form of input voltage and output voltage and that is the combination of input current and output current and wherever Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22 that is known as a Z parameter. And as we know that the Z is what is the impedance, so this is known as an impedance parameter. Now we will see how we can find out the value of our Z parameter. That means Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. See, for that we will see this. Here in equation number 1, see I am just saying this is my equation 1 and equation 2. If I put I2 that equal to 0 in my equation number 1, then the value of Z11 that will become V1 by I1. So that is what is a relation of input voltage and output voltage. One that is dedicated to input side, two that is the output side. And we know that V by I, that is what? It's a impedance or we can say it's a resistor, but here it is a Z parameter, so we will consider that as an impedance. So Z11 is known as a open circuit input impedance. Right. Why it is open circuit? Because we know that we will get the value of Z11 that equal to V1 by I1 whenever I2 that equal to 0. And current is 0 in a open circuit. So the name is what? It's open circuit because I2 equal to 0. And V by I is known as the impedance and here 1 and 1 is written. So it is what? That specify the input side. So this is known as the open circuit input impedance. Similarly Z12, that is what? In equation number 2, if we substitute I1 that equal to 0, then we will get the Z12 that equal to what? It's a V1 divided by I2. Now V1 divided by I2, right? Again current is 0, so that is known as an open circuit. And V by I is what is the impedance? But here input voltage are there and output current. So that is known as an open circuit transfer impedance when 1 and 2 is there. Now Z21, when you take I2 that equal to 0, in equation number 2, so you will get Z21 that equal to V2 divided by I1. Again, see I2 is 0, that's why this is known as open circuit. And 2 and 1. That's why we will write as a transfer, and V by I is what is the impedance. And similarly, if we put I1 that equal to 0 in our equation number 2, then we will get Z22 that equal to V2 divided by I2. And this is also known as an open circuit output impedance, because here we have a 2, V2 and I2. So in each and every parameter, see whatever the return, that is Z11 into I1. So here I1 is there, so we will take one I1 that equal to 0, and second time we will put I2 equal to 0. So we will get different parameter. Now next we will see that is how I can write the equivalent diagram. How I can draw the equivalent diagram of this Z parameter. See, before that we will just write our equation, that is V1 that equal to Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2, and V2 that equal to Z21 into I1 plus Z22 into I2. Now we know that we have a two ports. So input port is known as a V1, and my output port, that is known as a what is a V2. Now we know that my input current is what is a I1, and my output current is what is a I2. Now see, V1 that equal to Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2. That means here two voltages are there. This is also voltage and this also specify the voltage. Then and then we can add this two voltage and we will get the voltage that equal to what is a V1. And when we can add these two voltages, when that two voltages are connected in a series, then and then we can add the voltage. So here I1 that is multiply with the Z11. Then and then I will get the voltage drop, that is what, that V equal to IR. So I1 into Z11. And as such in the second term, we do not have any term that is related to I1. So what I can do? You just recall our chapter number 2. In that we studied the dependent source. We will make this as a dependent source like this. And the value of this source is what? It's a Z12 into I2. So what will happen when I write the equation, that is V1 here plus minus. So V1 that equal to Z11 into I1, and here if the current is passing in this direction, so here we have a plus and minus. And here if I want to add this, then this should be plus minus. Then and then I can add these two voltages. So here what I have, that is Z12 into I2, right? So this is what our equation 1. Fine. Now here also see my in second equation, here my V2, that is what, it's a Z21 into I1 plus Z22 into I2. So here I2 is multiplied with what, it's a Z22. And as such here we do not have any term that is related to I2. So what we will do, just like in equation 1, we will make this as a dependent source. And the value of this source will become Z21 into I1. And I2 is passing in this direction, so this end is plus, this end is minus. So here what we will write, plus minus, then and then I can add these two voltages. If I write minus plus, then my equation will become V2 that equal to Z22 into I2 minus Z21 into I1. But instead of minus, what I want plus. So here I should write plus and minus. Now this voltages depend upon this current and this voltages depend upon the I2. So as such there is no connection between I1 and I2. So you just make this. So this is the equivalent diagram of Z parameter. Alright. Now next we will discuss the condition for the reciprocity in Z parameter. Now to derive the condition for the reciprocity, we will use the theorem. That theorem is what is a reciprocal theorem. That already we studied in our chapter number 3, network theorems. So what I'll do, I'll just draw a one diagram, and this diagram is common for each and every parameter. See here my network is there. Here I just apply the voltage, that is V1 that equal to Vs, and output is what? Is a short circuited. Here my current is I2, and this current I am just specifying that as a I2 dash. Here my current is what? Is a I1, and as I said here what I have to take? V1 that equal to Vs. V1 that equal to Vs. Now here I am just writing V1 that equal to Vs, then V2. See here, this is what? It's my output port, and output port short circuit. That means voltage is what? It's a 0. And I2 that equal to what? It's a minus I2 dash. Alright. So what I'll do? In this diagram, I'll just try to find out the value of I2 dash. And in a reciprocal theorem, what I have to do? I have to interchange the current and voltage. And then again I will find the current. If this current are equal, that means my network is what? Is a reciprocal network. So what I'll do here? I'll just write first of all Z parameter equation, that is V1 that equal to Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2, and V2 that equal to Z21 into I1 plus Z22 into I2. Now you just substitute all this value in this two equation. So in place of V1, that is Vs, Z11 I1 as it is. In place of I2, what we will substitute? That is minus I2 dash. So this will become Z12 into I2 dash. Here in place of V2, what we will substitute? 0. Then it's a Z21 into I1 minus Z22 into I2 dash. See, I want to find out the value of I2 dash, but that is in terms of Vs and Z. I don't want any other term. I just want the term that is Vs and Z. So what I'll do, I'll just find out the value of I1 from this equation. So value of I1, that will become Vs plus Z12 into I2 dash upon Z11. Now we can substitute this value here. Second equation, so that will become 0, that equal to Z21. In place of I1, what we will substitute? Vs plus Z12 I2 dash upon Z11 minus Z22 I2 dash. Just take the LCM. So what we get? 0 that equal to Z21 into Vs plus Z12 into Z21 I2 dash minus Z11 Z22 I2 dash. Alright. So here you can take the I1 dash, that is common. So what I get? Here I'll just send all the terms here, and I'll take the I1, I2 dash common. So if I take I2 dash common, then I will get Z11 Z22 Z12 Z21, that equal to Z21 into Vs. Now see this carefully. This is what? If I write this in a matrix form, then Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22, that is known as a delta Z. If you want to replace this bracket as a delta Z, then it's fine. And if you want to write as it is, then also it is alright. So I2 dash into delta Z, that equal to Z21 into Vs. So the value of I2 dash, that will become Z21 into Vs upon delta Z. So as I said earlier, I want the value of I2 dash in terms of Z and Vs. So I'll get this value. Now, as we discussed, again we will draw one diagram. In this diagram, what I'll do? I'll just interchange the voltage and current. So here what I'll do? I'll just short circuit this, and here in place of V2, I'll use V2 that equal to Vs. And this current is what is the I2. This current is I1 and this current is known as the I1 dash. So the V1 that equal to 0, V2 equal to Vs and I1 that equal to minus I1 dash. Now again what we will do, we will write our two equation. Z11 into I1 plus Z12 into I2 and V2 that equal to Z21 into I1 plus Z22 into I2. Now substitute all this value in this two equation. So what we get? 0 that equal to Z11 minus I1 dash plus Z12 into I2. And we know that we require the value of I2. And the second here we will substitute V2 that equal to Vs and that equal to minus Z21 into I1 dash plus Z22 into I2. And yes, we want to find out the value of what? I1 dash, and that is in terms of Vs and Z. So here in this equation we can find out the value of I2 and then we will substitute in this equation. You can do reverse also. Here you can find out the value of I2 and then substitute in this equation. Alright. So value of I2 that will become Z11 upon Z12 into I1 dash. Right? Z11 upon Z12 into I1 dash. Just substitute here. So Vs as it is minus Z21 I1 dash plus Z22. In place of I2, what I can substitute? This value. That is Z11 upon Z12 into I1 dash. Alright. So here what I get? Here you just take the LCM. So Vs into Z12 that equal to minus Z12 Z21. Then plus Z11 Z22 and I'll just make I1 dash common. And we know that Z11 into Z22 minus Z12 into Z21, that is what? This we can represent as a delta Z. So the value of I1 dash that will become what? It's a Vs into Z12 upon delta Z. Now we know we want to find out what the condition for the reciprocity in Z parameter. So what I have to equate, that is I1 dash that equal to I2 dash. And what is the value of I1 dash? That is Vs into Z12 upon delta Z. And what is the value of I2 dash? That is Z21 into Vs upon delta Z. Just substitute that value here. So here I get Vs into Z12 upon delta Z plus equal to Vs Z21 upon delta Z. So this is cancelled, Vs is cancelled. So the Z12 that equal to Z21, and that is the condition for the reciprocal network in case of Z parameter. Now next we will discuss the condition for the symmetrical network. Now here what I'll do, I'll just write down our two equation. Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 and V2 that equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. See, when we can see that the network is a symmetrical network, when our input voltage and output impedance, not voltage, when our input impedance that equal to what? Our output impedance. So my input impedance is what? It's a V1 by I1, and that I have to find out when I2 equal to 0. And for my output impedance, that is what is a V2 by I2, because I know that impedance is what is a V by I, and if it is output impedance, then V2 by I2. And I have to write down I1 that equal to 0. So V1 by, if you substitute here I2 equal to 0, then V1 by I1 is what? It's a Z11. And in this equation, if you substitute I1 that equal to 0, then V2 by I2 is what? It's a Z22. Then this is the condition for the symmetrical network in case of Z parameter. So the condition for the reciprocal network is what? It's a Z12 that equal to Z21. And the condition for the symmetrical is what? It's a Z11 that equal to Z22. So I just hope this is clear. So in each and every parameter, what we will do? First of all, we will write the two equation. Then we will find the parameter value. Right, like in this, we have just write the equation about the Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. And then we will derive the condition for the reciprocal network and symmetrical network. The procedure is remain same in each and every parameter, just your two equation. That is here my equation in terms of V1 and V2. But if I'll say in a Y parameter, this equation will change. It will become in terms of I1 and I2. Alright. In next session, we will discuss the example that is related to Z parameter. Thank you.